this time is different. Those are usually famous last words of investors. And a lot of people will get a hard time for saying this time is different when they're investing in crypto. Why is Bitcoin going up? Well, a lot of people think that it's going up because of the ETFs, but they think that there's a massive pullback coming because they say this time isn't different. Just like every other cycle, we're going to see 30% drawdowns. We're going to see a rough bear market of 80%. And while some things are the same, this time really is freaking different. This is totally different. Let me explain why that is. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video. Let me know if you like this. I'm not going to do this in the future, but I just got back from a walk with my dog, and I thought, wow, this is something that people need to hear. So obviously, we have something called 4-year cycles in Bitcoin. Typically, we see a bear market, we see accumulation, we see the price start to move up, and then we see a parabolic rally. And this has happened multiple times over and over. And a lot of it comes down to psychology, right? There's some technology that gets widely adopted. Some people hear about it, they start buying, they accumulate it, the price starts to go up, then people hear about it, they want in, they see the kinds of gains it gets, and then they dump a lot of money into it, they buy it like crazy, it spikes up, and then people take profits, right? Human emotion comes into it. Some people take profits, it starts to fall, then people panic, and then you see big drops, right? That's what's happened every 4-year cycle. But what we're seeing right now is different. And I'm not saying this time is different. I'm saying what we're seeing is different. We're close to the all-time high, maybe at the all-time high by this time you see this, before the Bitcoin halving. It's still over a month away. We've never seen that in the past. So price action is different this time. It is, like, just the numbers are different. And every cycle is slightly different. What we see is typically history rhymes, but it doesn't repeat. Now, why are we moving up so much earlier? Why are we moving up so aggressively? It's the ETFs. The ETFs are a huge wall of buying. Day after day, we get bids. We get hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin buys, and we don't see that typically. We've never seen something like that. Now, in the past, we've seen institutions buy, like MicroStrategy, but what they buy is puny compared to what the ETFs are buying. The ETFs, the new ETFs, even net of GBTC selling, so what they're buying, even after you take out what's being sold by GBTC, it already basically equates to what MicroStrategy bought over 4 years. And this is in 40 days. So they are buying so much more aggressive. Now, that is part of the reason I say this time is different. It really is different because we've never had this kind of demand. It's kind of like a tsunami, right? Like, if you didn't know, you can't actually see a tsunami until it's very close to shore. The energy moves through the entire depth of the water. So if the water's really deep, right, and it is like a mile or two off the coast, you can't really see a tsunami very much. But then when the floor or the ground, what's beneath the water, when it starts to get shallower, you have the same energy going through a much smaller amount of water, so it raises the wave. So you don't see it oftentimes until it's right in front of you. And that's what's happening right now. We knew that the ETFs were going to be buying. We saw that. We knew that BlackRock was going to buy, and there's institutional demand, but we couldn't see how much. Like, some people estimated it, right? Some people estimated how much the price was going to go up, but until you see it with your own eyes, you don't believe in it a lot of the time, especially when you've seen wave after wave after wave. Yeah, we've had rough days, we've had some storms in the past, but the waves never come this far up. We're completely fine. But the ETFs are the tsunami. This is not the same mom and pop buyer. This is not some millionaire that wants to throw in $1 million, $2 million in Bitcoin. This is someone that's buying hundreds of millions of dollars multiple days a week. And this is at the same time when the supply is smaller than ever. Well, it's larger than ever, but the new supply is smaller than ever. This is unprecedented. So yeah, this time is freaking different. If you can't see that right now, I don't know what you're looking at. Now, does that mean that everything is going to be different? We're only going to go up from here? No, there's going to be the same cycles of human emotion. Even these ETF buyers, a lot of the buying is coming from people, so they're going to face the same emotions. Now, are we going to see those same cycles? Probably. Are we going to see the same drawdowns and massive moves up? Not necessarily. The drawdowns might be different, right? These buyers aren't coming in thinking, okay, I want to allocate a little bit and then I'll take some profits and then I'll allocate a little bit. No, they're selling people on their retirement funds. They're selling people on what to allocate to for the next 5 or 10 years. They're not looking to buy and then sell next week. It's a lot of work to get people to buy this. And if they get people to buy it, they make money. BlackRock makes money from people being in these ETFs. They don't want to ask people to start selling them, right? Like, hey, sell our BlackRock ETF. I know we just told you about it last quarter and it's done really well, but we want you to take profits and reallocate to bonds, which have done jack nothing for the last 10 years, 15 years, right? They're not going to do that. They're just going to say, yeah, we still like it, throw a little bit more in there. Maybe we'll raise our allocation. Now, other entities, other people will take profits. You and I will probably take profits, right? Because we're looking at buying things. We're probably not people with $200 million looking to allocate 10% of our portfolio to Bitcoin, and then we're making, $50 million a year still. No, we want to buy certain things. We have certain goals, right? We want to diversify. Now, I'm not going to sell all my Bitcoin this next bull run. I'm not going to do it unless we hit some mega number really quickly. Like if we went from 200K to 1 million overnight, yeah, I'll probably sell more than I'm expecting now. But I want allocation to this because this time is different. We've never seen institutional demand that is endless. And that's essentially what we're getting right now. We're seeing sovereign wealth funds. We're seeing universities buy Bitcoin. So yeah, this time is different. I know those are usually famous last words, but I fully understand that there's still going to be human emotion. We're still going to see similar things to past cycles, but this time is different. So if you're thinking, yeah, I should wait to buy until Bitcoin falls 40%, because we see that sometimes in bull markets, I think you're missing out. I think you're risking a 3x upside, 5x upside to try to get in at the perfect time if we see a dip, but we haven't seen dips. So you have to take this information and know that there will probably be dips. Like, plan for the worst, but maybe we don't get there. Maybe we move up from here pretty consistently. Maybe it just gets crazier. Now, I honestly wouldn't mind if things calm down a little bit, because I don't want a 3-month bull market. I want a 1.5 years of bull markets from here. I want us to stair step up for a long time. I want this to be put in a bunch of retirement portfolios. I don't want millions of people to buy at 300K and then it dump down to 100K. Even if I make money on that, that would put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. So this time is different. Know that. Don't just hear that and think, anyone that says that is dumb, because no, you can see it in the prices. This time is different. Now, not everything is different. Human psychology will still be there. Now, hit subscribe if this makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't make sense down in the comment section. There's also a link down there to Margex in case you want to trade cryptocurrency on leverage. You can amplify your returns using that link. There's also a link to HGAlgo, which is a really awesome tool for determining bullish momentum and bearish momentum in the market. And also, it might give some indications as to when you might want dollar cost in or dollar cost average out of the market. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.